Just imagine you're seeing something.
That was my sound check, by the way. That little just hiccup right there.
I'll imagine anything you want, Cal.
Wow. Is it that way around the holidays? Are we?
Yeah.
We're not having,
diving into
we're so back.
We're diving into an area.
I knew we could do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cabin Fever Classic, a wonderful little Chicago event that always happens around the holiday time, typically between Christmas and New Year's.
For sure,
And it just, it gets people out of the house who are totally sick of their family and gives them an opportunity, like an excuse to go someplace, Like if you've got people staying with you for the, a week and a half around the holiday time, you can be like, I got to leave and play a day of paddle. There may or may not be excessive
I usually need an excuse to get, go to the bar and grill. But this is much
much easier.
Yeah, the rationale is a lot easier to swallow, no pun intended.
For sure. This is the quarterfinals of said tournament. It is officially an NRT event here with the APTA. So it does count for points and stuff. Yeah, it makes it pretty real. So we're just getting started here. First point over there on the far side in the
look at
white.
That.
Ooh, nice dig. Is Peter Burka dodging and spinning, dancing his way into our hearts and minds.
Cal. Yeah.
And then Jonas Merckx over there in the black long sleeve hoodie. And then over here, closest to the camera, is Ryan Baxter. And then his partner, who I'm not sure if we ever seen on the stream before, is Sam Miles in the
I
navy
can swear
hat.
we have, but maybe not.
Black leggings.
Not APTA, maybe?
Maybe. I could, we've done so many tens of thousands of matches that I just can't keep it straight anymore. But, so this should be a good one. I know Jonas and Peter have played together a bunch. Peter was just on the last live stream, actually, for a Series 2 match. Not last week, but the week before. So that was pretty excellent. They won a very long two-setter. And then Jonas has probably been on the Legends live stream a couple of times. So this should be entertaining because I think both Ryan and Jonas can hit the ball as hard as the laws of physics allow. Particularly off their forehand side.
Without a doubt. And actually, Sam is kind of a sleeper in that department, too, off the forehand side. I remember that, but there it is.
Sam
That's a rocket as well.
Is.
Well, I guess 3 out of the 4 of them just have rocket drives. And then Peter will just, just
actually
slowly pickle you to death. Oh, bummer town.
If it weren't so warm, so to speak.
Yeah, I think that's what he was going for.
For sure.
Extra points for trying to hit him in the first game.
Yeah. That's setting the tone, and besides, we're all full from the holidays and eating, so we're bigger targets. At least I think I am. I think I know I am. I just want to say.
Just note that we are 4 minutes into stream before Sean made a joke about weight gain.
Actually, well, we were in the warm up.
Nice shot.
Okay,
that
that's
ball
2 in a row.
Gone forever. Maybe?
I don't think we've seen that in a while. You see 2 in a row out of the facility?
Well,
Am I wrong?
Like you mentioned, we are back in warm weather paddle here, Sean, so it's got a little extra zip on it, and it's going to spray around a little bit more.
Geez, that's kind of like my relatives.
And this is going to be a little delay here while we search for the ball well outside the boundaries of the courts.
Just let the other foursome play through at this point. I think we've... How long do you have to search for your ball? 5 minutes? I can't remember.
That feels like a long time.
That's a golf and paddle rule, little known fact.
5
you can
minutes.
only search for your ball for 5 minutes. This is typically the point in a match where we've had 2 go out really quickly, and I would probably just go get a couple extras at this point because I wouldn't want to get my shoes muddy.
Exactly.
Just
have
go
a
out there.
hopper in the corner.
Yeah, go out there and have to dig around for.
Yeah, or near the door. I put it in the corner like an idiot, and then it would be in play. So, all right, back at it, and it's a point to hold here for Burka and Merckx. By the way, do we announce each other and our
sponsors?
I don't know if we've done that.
We haven't started that yet, but we were kind of coming in quick with the rotation.
Shot from Sam.
But yeah, we should do that. I'm Matt McClure alongside Sean Albrecht and Cal Noble.
And would you look at that? I had the score
right
wrong.
at you.
No, you didn't. No one would know.
Yet somehow that was not game.
We regularly do the CPTC live streams.
We just want to see if somebody's watching.
Well, this is that situation that we had earlier, Cal, where when he nuked that ball and it went out of the court, he could have hit him. Like it could have touched his body. If they don't. They don't call the score regularly for it, we might have missed.
I swear that was their fourth point right there that they just won.
It's all right.
I'd bet my family's house on it.
Well, that's gone.
I don't.
Okay, well, there you go.
And then that
I don't know if that's necessary.
Wait, there you go. So I think Baxter, Miles take that first game. I think that last one
that's
was
peak.
wide.
So starting out with a break. Wow. We are getting competitive here. And, boy, I tell you what, they've done a great job with this program here. Seriously, Coach. Mike Benson's done just an awesome job. Yeah, we're hearing. I tried to turn it down because I thought there would be some serious profanity out there. So, but I guess I'm wrong. So we're going to.
I don't think it's that bad.
Maybe some fricks out of Peter Burka.
There we go.
All right, I think it's Love 40. I'm on it this time. I'm watching like a hawk,
like a night ranger,
like an eagle.
An eagle with bad eyesight? Is
like an eagle that's been bred with a hawk. Super-eyed eagle hawk.
And there's exactly what you were talking about there.
I think it's technically called a
Coach.
heagle.
Yes.
Why is it always funny to do the wrong version of word combinations?
I don't know. I find it entertaining. As a matter of fact, I could do it all day, but
All right.
I could also eat that lasagna that was from Enzo and Nutria's all day, and that's not working out.
All right. Well, you've now shouted at a restaurant before our sponsors night, Sean.
Wow. Sorry. It's great food, though.
It's a great transition ball right there from Ryan. Just keeping it calm, driving it at a medium pace to just force a volley in transition. And then everybody's back at the net, super calm and comfortable.
Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors.
All right.
I think we will.
CPTC live stream, Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, Viking Platform, and of course, Wintrust Bank, and last but not least, my favorite ball machine of all time, the volley. I said favorite ball machine, Cal.
Oh, sorry.
But come on.
I'm sorry. As opposed to voting for favorite sponsors, is that what you're?
I'm a dad.
We're at Bamboo Shoots, by the way. See, this is every time. Every time I try to do something.
Well, at least you remember to his Bamboo Shoots, Cal. You're doing awesome.
Good.
Did I tell you what a great job you're doing today?
We're off to a flying start, like a gazelle.
I think that caught. So Jonas's let's serve caught the back edge of the line. Look at that. That's stylish. It's a good-looking forehand from Sam. A little wide.
Peter tried to hold it a little extra.
Uncharacteristic. I don't think he usually does that.
Okay, I've got the score wrong. I'm going to. All right. Thanks,
Why don't you
guys.
just tell us when you get it right there?
Okay. Yeah, actually, that would be less.
Great touch.
Like Midas.
You got it right. I think you got it right.
Yeah, we'll see.
He one times it. That's touch.
Now I'm
Most
just
of the rest of
looking,
us mortals have to let that go to the screen.
The score.
Ooh,
heavens
nice
to
volley.
Betsy.
Chicane.
Peter with
Look
his
at that.
fantastic retrieval skills.
And crazy, just hands. I mean, not only did he half volley that thing, but he kept it in play to a point where you really couldn't do much with it. Not easy to do. There it is. There it is.
I knew he could do it.
The
I believed
Burka.
in him.
We just call that the PB.
And Jay.
Yeah, exactly. See, now I'm getting hungry. See, you do that and forget it.
PB and J.
Yeah, for any kind of food reference, really, Coach. Because look at me. Right.
Sean, anyone listening at home filling out their live stream bingo cards, you can scratch off the box. Come on, look at me.
I need a Triscuit every 10 minutes for crying out loud.
And Cal having the score wrong, you can cross that box off as well.
Literally the first
later,
point.
if you're polite and careful, I will use the phrase "pull the trigger," and
that's going to work. But Merrick's is just too fast. I mean, he just glided there. I wonder what that's like.
Yeah, this is a quarterfinal, so I think we can talk about this on the air.
I only glide down the hill when
These are always the kind of matches that feel like they're going to be long, you know, unless someone decides to stop trying.
Without a doubt. And yet we're going to see
just hung in the corner
some
enough.
serious offense, though, Coach. Well, these guys are not going to be shy about at least 3 out of the 4 of them, and I still think Pete every so often will just unleash a drive or two. All right, so a break point here for Miles and Baxter, and they do not convert. Kind of a Chicago Bears moment there. Oh, maybe they did.
Are they
playing? Wait, are they playing no ad? Are they playing no ad?
Oh no.
Ooh, great question.
Oh,
doesn't. All right.
Well, I'm just saying because it just sure looked like.
Yeah, they just.
I mean, either
served
they're
from the
playing
same
that
side
over.
twice in a row.
I think there's probably some type of no ad policy
That's
going
good.
on
See,
until the semis.
That's what I'm thinking, Coach. Look at that. Look at this guy. Just get out the trapeze when Burka's out there. You start charging admission. Get the 3 rings out there and the elephants and all sorts of stuff. I'll go out there. All right, maybe I'm a little more like a hippopotamus. Wow,
that's tough.
It's you know
they
the
are
one
doing
thing.
no ad.
I don't know if we can replay that, but the one thing that's tough about that shot
Well, let's see what we get.
is that Pete. Great.
I loved it.
Let's get him replaying walking out the door. But it's just tough to make a pirouette at the last minute like that and still pull it off. As a matter of fact, it's not even easy to just get your paddle on the ball when you do that. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got them walking out the door.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
You
I
are
think
the
actually
master.
if they're out, I'm gonna guess was that 6-1 first set?
No, I don't think so. No, there's no way we played 7 games there, Cal.
Right. No, I was being sarcastic.
But it is no ad scoring, so maybe.
Yep, no ad for all draws, receiver's choice, 2 out of 3 sets for the main draw, a super breaker in the third for the back draws. So they'll play it out, but they'll go NAD.
Yes.
Gosh, I love when you're trying to pull off a one-day tournament, going no ad is just a...
You know what? It is a bonus.
It is absolute the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because, even the other night, we were just playing a standard league match, and the first game took like 24 minutes.
That's big from Jonas right there. No, exactly, Coach. Well, Coach Mike Benson, the director, does a great job, and he, pretty much figured all that stuff out. So he was thinking ahead, always has. As a matter of fact, I asked Coach if he's even playing tennis anymore. When he said no. They're doing like 5 days a week in the summer platform here.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just
not
incredible.
Going to go away.
No.
Ooh, nice hands there by Peter.
Well, as they always say, there's the touch.
Great close.
PB.
Nice soft hands. He must moisturize.
No, seriously. They do say that about Peter Burka.
What? Now I'm speechless. I mean, normally I can only think of like cake and, some type of garnish. But right now, I'm not exactly sure.
It still came to mind.
Super clear day, 44 degrees.
It's beautiful.
The sun is a factor.
For December 30th in Chicago?
Yep.
Land, come on. I know I just put land in there because we're not technically in the Chicago area, but we're in the Chicagoland area.
Ryan trying to roll that little fadeaway drive, just get it to dip at Peter's feet.
Good. Wow,
that's got some.
It did look at this. He's there
on it. Nice hands.
Oh, that's just a great follow-up.
Great play by Sam.
Yeah, he just plays seriously smart platform sometimes, man. Just where you're just like, wow, that was genius. Genius.
Genius.
It's too bad you can't get out there and say that. I'm not sure they would hate that, but I just like yelling that. I don't know why. Look at
Peter
Burka.
again with the great blitz move.
seizing
Just
the net, as they say.
anticipating the sort of.
He one-times it, which is what I would do because there's no way I'd get that off the screen. You've seen
It is one of those things that you will see a little bit more often. It kind of depends on the style of the match, but if you're kind of hitting off-speed drives and players are just sort of, making the volley, right? There's not really an intent to like really hit it clean or keep it low, but just kind of like float it back deep.
Exactly.
It gives you that opportunity to blitz. It's actually part of the reason that Peter's able to do it. It's really hard to blitz off of the speed of the drives that these other three guys are hitting. But Peter taking a little pace off his drive and just kind of placing it in there gives you the time to close and make some of those shots happen.
And as a matter of fact,
Great pick.
On a serious note, that's part of coaching. We talk about quickness and speed. And sometimes just your ability to recognize a situation faster than most makes you faster.
Yep.
So when people talk about, exactly. Because people talk about out and out foot speed. I mean, there's not many people. Okay, I'm just trying to think of somebody who's on the circuit right now. Andrew Ong comes to mind. Andrew Ong, I don't think there's anybody necessarily any faster than Andrew Ong, or Adam Morgan. Like, they're just guys that are just super. But it's not just that their foot speed, but sometimes it's the ability to recognize a situation with a shot.
Yeah,
anticipation
and quickness are often interchangeable, right? Because if you anticipate really well, you're going to make moves sooner, and that's what it's going to feel like.
Yep.
I don't know if overall speed has as much of an advantage in the world of paddle as you might like it to, because you're just not covering that kind of distance.
The Baxter and Miles
God,
have won
by the way,
3 of the 3 no-ad points.
Yep, and they are loving this format.
There, Watson.
Well, I don't know about the
Cal
first
Watson.
game if that went to no-ad, but the ones I have been paying attention to.
That's a great return.
I'm telling you, it's sneaky. I mean, he just pounds that thing. Just gets up in his wheelhouse.
Ooh, laser.
Oh, yeah.
Little, yep. Little payback.
Shot.
That's
big.
Good.
Okay, just in case you forgot that Jonas can hit it off both sides. He's got,
He just wanted you to remember.
Yeah. That's vintage McGruber right there. Vintage. Whoa. Okay, here's the thing. I'm starting to see that more and more, Coach, as a reaction, especially to some serves that are overall, I would say, gettable, where somebody's actually trying to hit what we would do on a tennis court, trying to hit a dipping cross-court forehand return.
Yep.
And because of the way, the skill on these guys and some of the shots they're pulling off, that's starting to seem almost commonplace.
Yeah.
They're just trying to hit it harder where they might miss it wide, but there are certain players that just have a really good feel for having to roll it right off the bat. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Because we would always say, you don't necessarily want to do that if you're playing platform. If you're a tennis player, that's not necessarily done. And then these days, it just I can't say that anymore because we see too much of it.
I do think that as the athleticism has sort of, gotten to higher levels in the game, the return strategy has shifted around, right? Because returns are being hit harder, but also players are more willing to just go back and retrieve stuff off of the screens.
Yep. Especially in nicer weather.
Yeah. Because there was a while there where, the whole point of your there was just such focus on retaining the net.
Yes.
And there was a lot of pressure put on, you have to make your first volley so you can retain the net. And so, earlier styles of paddle had a lot less just let that go through and we'll get it off the screen. It just felt like you were giving up a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
And now it's just such a key part of the game to be like, if they nuke a ball right at my paddle, I will make the volley. If they hit it anywhere, not near my paddle, we will have to go get it off the screen. And sometimes you anticipate it and stay back and drive your own shot back. And it becomes this 3-ball sequence of, serve, drive goes through, screen drive comes back, and then you take the net anyway.
And then there's the I was going to say, then there's a buffet afterwards, but then there's the, because let's face it, that's something that I cannot get out of my head. No, what I was going to say is I remember talking to a league team, And every time they seemed to go to the net, they would lose the point against this other team. And so there was a point where, well, we need to, coach, we're trying to serve and volley. And I tried to tell this lady, it was a lady, and she's a very good player, by the way. I just said, no. You haven't lost a point from the baseline. Right. You haven't lost from the, so why are you even bothering? Like, there are times where.
Oh, sweet roller there.
Oh,
yes. He goes tweener.
Tweens. By the way, Ryan can pretty much hit any shot.
Yeah.
That guy is super talented. Not that anybody else on this court can't, because I think everybody out here's got every shot as well. But Baxter will pull out all sorts of funky stuff, and I mean that that stayed in.
Yep.
Almost
great
hit it too hard.
Anticipation. Yeah. Peter's little overhead placement where he snapped it like that looks so casual, but it's such a great shot.
Yeah.
He's really playing the angles on the court. Thought that was wide, but
he plays taller too, by the way.
Gives it to him.
Because he's the lanky, so he plays taller than he is. He's 6'4" anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, that thing just comes out of a tree.
It's a smart play.
Nice. Great touch from Jonas.
Yep.
I mean, it just made me, I've got tears in my eyes.
I think he saw Ryan take off a little bit earlier and put a little extra zip on that overhead.
Stylish.
So that.
I think the serve was a little long, yeah. You're right, Coach. That was stylish. They should be style points here. Boom.
Yeah,
just get
great spot.
Why not? 2 in a row. I mean, look, it's in his wheelhouse.
Cracking that to the forehand flip. Yeah, a little.
Cal, you haven't asked what a wheelhouse is recently. I'm kind of worried about you.
Something to do with
power stretch,
power generation.
Okay.
That's tough.
Okay.
2-4. Confirmation that I somehow had the score right.
The wheelhouse.
I know.
The wheel.
That wasn't even a waffle iron. That was just pancake time, baby.
Now, what would you consider home court advantage to be?
I don't think there is such a thing out there with anybody out there right now. I don't think anybody here. Maybe Sam. Does he play out of Winnetka?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Probably not.
Are we keeping you up,
He
Cal?
seems like an upstanding gentleman.
He does.
Cal would normally still be asleep for 3 hours if we hadn't gotten him out of bed to do this live
That's
stream.
not
Do you have cabin fever?
entirely
In
true.
the morning?
That's not entirely. It's
Fever all through the night,
situationally true, though.
Yes. Yes.
What a shot.
Oh, that's
again,
awesome.
I say it again. R&B. Let's just call him Ryan Baxter.
Ryan and Baxter.
Ryan and Baxter. What a great name for a law firm.
Exactly. I was going to say this. What a shot. Look at the whole beat.
Peter looked like he sort of didn't want to hit that volley, but he did anyway.
He was almost embarrassed by it. Yeah.
With the lead cord
They call him
I love
the
this.
deli.
This is a vintage Burka move right here. Just make sure you're starting to communicate, or never stop communicating, if you will.
Never stop, never stopping.
So far, the sort of paddle standard has held true. A lot of missed volleys on that little forehand flip. Everybody's really been cracking
Do you think
their
it's
drives.
the pace, Coach? You think just because we were just able to...
some of it's the pace. Some of it is probably, just kind of the targeting of, if you hit a drive
location, baby.
hard like that, you just don't have as much reaction time in order to flip and hit a volley. Some of it might be, kind of a positioning thing as well. You're not necessarily doing anything wrong, but when somebody hits the right combinations of shots, you can't be in the perfect position.
Yep.
So that's probably part of it.
I notice, and if it's better weather, I'm not going to say we rush through a serve and volley type of attitude, but we don't necessarily take a time because if feeling pretty good, you can move in. And the thing is, depending on the pace of the return, you got to stop and pop somehow.
Yep, I would agree.
It's good hands from Miles right there. I used to have shorts like that, teal like that. I just don't.
Oh,
there we
that's
go.
all gone.
That's gonna.
That one might actually be in the parking lot.
That's got my windshield all over it.
I think there's a golf course over there where
farm.
That is a really solid approach on the 17th hole.
I'm pointing out at the parking lot as Pete looks. Go get another ball. Can we get another ball?
Yeah, Mike Benson, the esteemed director here, is
Coach Benson's all over it. Look at that. He's already.
But you know what? It is the 7th game as well.
They should be getting another one anyway.
Or the 8th game, excuse me. Yeah.
So Jonas was basically getting rid of that one on purpose. You know, that's called planning ahead right there. That's an organized guy. He just said, you know what, is the 7th game? I'm just going to rip this into the parking lot.
I think they usually play. I think that they usually play with a ball for a full set.
We do have a set point here, though. We have 2 set points, 3 set points if you count a no-ad.
Oh my God, that's too many.
Hey, look, I like going back for a second, so we can have as many as you want. I like that.
I do too. He was just trying to take all the pace off and drop it down.
That's the one I was.
I mean, he went a little.
Yeah.
He went a little light on it, but I like the thought of just.
So do I.
I mean, because he's been just hammering forehands. Yep. So why not take all the pace off one and put it on somebody's shoelaces? Such a good setup roller from Ryan to.
Yeah.
Clear Jonas out of his corner.
And right now, Baxter looks almost uncomfortably comfortable, if that makes sense. Like, in other words, he just...
No, I think you're right.
He's flowing.
And I do think that's one of those elements that you can often, sort of look at overall in a match. And I do think that so far, Jonas and Peter have been a little bit more on their heels.
Just a bit, yeah.
Which
is surprising, by the way, because those guys, they'll right the ship.
Well, they're not doing anything wrong.
What a get.
I just think that, that's a great shot.
I think that's set.
I think that's first set. So we will be right back with the second set here at the Cabin Fever Classic in beautiful, historic
Fever in the morning,
Winnetka, Illinois.
All through the night.
Right after these messages from our sponsors.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho access immediate care clinic near you.
At Volley, we build tools to unlock your potential. The new Volley PTI feature breaks down your game like never before. Ever wondered, which partner has impacted my PTI the most? What's our win percentage as the favorite or underdog? Do I perform differently in 2 or 3 set matches? Now, it's all at your fingertips. The PTI tool is free to everyone. Download the Volley app today and level up your game. We'll see you on the court.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank. Wintrust, different approach, better result.
Want to see how Volley can transform training at your club? We've got a great offer for you. Gather 30 of your club friends and you'll get a free 30-day trial of Volley. Experience firsthand how Volley's trainer can help everyone improve. Increase reps and track your progress, all while training smarter. Don't miss out. Visit getvolley.com and unlock your club's full potential with a 30-day free trial.
Hey, let's come back to this paddle action. Here for the second set at the Cabin Fever Classic, I'm Matt McClure alongside Sean Albrecht and Cal Noble.
Yo!
We are announcing the matches today for the Cabin Fever Classic.
Yes.
I think it's a platform tennis facility.
Yeah.
I think it's a weird twist of fate, and maybe it's because it went from being so cold to warm. But I would argue that this year, warm weather paddle has been objectively more entertaining than the cold weather paddle. And I feel like in previous years, that was the opposite.
I think that's true.
We're going to get some hate mail now.
I think that's true. And I also think that part of it probably has to do with the transition of cold weather paddle that we've had has not been pleasant conditions either.
Right.
So it's been like wet snow or a drizzle or like that's just never as fun. Can you believe this is an outdoor winter sport? That's stupid.
I know. Who thought it? I mean.
So second set
I
starts right here.
Bad ideas,
Peter Burka, repped by Nike over there on the far side. Long black sleeved T-shirt.
Well put.
And thank you. And Jonas Merckx just hitting the overhead there. Gray sweatpants, black hoodie.
Yeah.
Ryan Baxter here hitting overheads from up at the net, doing the thing that he does best, which is just putting absolute crap on every ball. And then Sam Miles in the black T-shirt and the black leggings.
Yes, good hands.
That's
maybe not good enough, but
I mean, he was in great position. I just think that ball came, a millimeter over the net and just dropped. Always a tough volley to make. Yes. I, too, can mishit the ball into the court.
Stuff leaves the table. Of
course, so the first set had multiple no-ad games in which Miles and Ryan were able to convert, taking that first set 6-2.
Yeah, and by paddle standards, that was kind of a quick set.
I will say that it feels like the no-ad scoring kind of benefits the more aggressive style.
Yeah.
I
think so, yeah.
It sort of feels like if that's your go-to and your speed and you like to hit it when you get it and, kind of play fast, it kind of just feels like that can have a benefit.
Because you can blow through games, boom.
Right, and I think if your style is a little bit more patient and slower, you do kind of thrive on that, like we've played 5 long points and now we've played a long, series of deuce points and this game took 16 points instead of 5 points. And I think that kind of like the added time to a couple of long games like that really sends a message to your opponents. It's like, we're just willing to stand out here and do this all friggin' day.
Couldn't agree more.
And that is a lot harder to do in no-ad scoring.
Oh, yeah. Who's going to put topspin on the ball?
Right. I dare you.
That's not something anybody ever says anymore, by the way.
Oh, nice serve.
That's how old I am. What a get. Oh. Jonas also almost pulled that off. What a great touch on that volley, though. See, sometimes you can hit it too hard, and sometimes you can hit it just soft enough. Yeah, Ryan's pretty much playing singles out there right now.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's the other thing that I think is kind of interesting, and it doesn't necessarily happen at this level, and I mean this level and being the top level, but there are times when one person is so involved in the point that the other person doesn't necessarily get frozen out, but all of a sudden they have to hit a tough shot.
Right.
And they either miss it only because they're thinking, okay, I didn't even get a chance to warm into this rally.
Yeah, it's really hard to kind of hit high quality, like big shots in a vacuum, right?
Yep.
It's sort of like getting cold. It's like if you just watch your partner hit 30 balls and then all of a sudden you have to hit the perfect drop shot or you have to hit, some kind of cutter overhead. It's a little bit more difficult to engage and hit it perfectly.
Call it the firefighter syndrome. The arm going off, man. Get out there. What are you waiting for? Grab the salad spoons.
Get out there. Great shot from Peter there to find the nick.
So, Coach, I want to put you on the spot. So, for Merrick's and Burka, it looks like they're already off to a decent start here. But what do they need to do to get back into this thing? Or maybe what do they need to not do?
Yeah, that's a good one. I think that they've been very successful in the last few points moving the ball around a little bit more than they had in the past. They've forced a lot more stretching between Ryan and Miles, and it's turned into some easy opportunities. The other one, and I hate to say it because I say it every time that Ryan Baxter is on the court, but if you can cool Ryan off, you're in a better position. Right?
That's true.
And not letting him kind of dictate play because he
especially if he's rolling.
Really on fire. He can get grooved, especially at the net, and just kind of carve you up. So I think that is probably going to be pretty important. And a lot of the blitzing that Peter did in the backcourt early in the first set, hopefully they continue to do because it was successful. But it might also create a speed at which Miles and Ryan like to play.
Right.
So I think that's ultimately going to be it, is sort of find their pace that they like to hit and try to stick with that as much as possible. I think too fast is not going to be where Peter and Jonas thrive. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. It depends on who you're playing also. There's always a matchup issue. Because, I mean, Pete and Jonas can pretty much, speed it up or slow it down against pretty much anybody. But then all of a sudden, if Sam and Ryan are just playing the way they're playing, sometimes they can't, control the intersection, as they say, to bring back a,
See, that was a solid point in which they made Ryan and Sam hit more reset overheads, in that single point than they probably had, in a row so far this match. So that was definitely on the right track. But then
this is one of the longer games, by the way, period, because we're only at 15 all. Wow, you just kind of pull it out and go in.
That's a tough direction change on that forehand, too, to be moving that direction and keep it that low.
Just displaying the talent, I guess. It is on display. It's like The Price is Right. You got the lady out there turning her hand over, showing you the motorboat, that you okay, whatever. Trying to be game show topical here.
The Mylan Sheath.
Unsuccessfully.
Very successfully. What are you talking about?
I appreciate that, Coach. Well, look at that location. Okay, I'm not going to say that they're not the tightest screens in the world, but they are
That's
vibrant.
a good early move from Peter there, though. Twinkle toes to get around the ball and be there early enough to still get some downward angle.
Yeah, he's still got quick feet, that dude. I don't think he'll never be. I don't think he'll ever lose that. I don't know what it's like, by the way. Nothing about my feet are quick. Unless there is a buffet, yes.
That's actually not. Right. You have very quick feet.
Well, remember, if there's any kind of cuisine involved, it's much more. That's the motivation right there.
That's tough. Just trying to block that back into the court and shift and pushed it a little bit wide. That's one where probably, the lob volley is the one that gets you out of trouble, is to just put some height on it and not try to keep it away from somebody.
Conventional. I always say that. Pardon me, but what's funny is if I could hit the ball like Jonas, I probably would have tried that too.
Well, yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes I don't know what it's like to have that kind of talent anyway. So
no, I think that's one of the interesting parts about players that have a lot of different shots and skills.
Yeah.
And one of the things that can make it kind of difficult is like, why wouldn't he be able to direct a retreating volley to the open court and then just step back forward?
I believe we have our fourth no-ad point here, and it goes to.
And they got it.
And
to your point, Coach McClure, right there. It went this time.
They are rolling like
the Merrick's side of the
boulder from Indiana Jones
facility. This is where Forrest Hill cast in.
Matt, you would totally already know this, but I didn't know that the guy from the first Indiana Jones at the beginning, like his little sidekick guy holding his backpack, is Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
No idea.
Alfred Molina, I think, is that guy's name.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
I wouldn't know. Seen Indiana Jones.
Asps. Very dangerous. You go first. Nice. Look at R&B, just
rhythm and blues.
Blitzing. Country and Western.
CW.
Nice. Is that what that is, that network? No.
No, that's Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Wait.
No. CW's got to be the right.
It's
not Cartoon Network.
You would think it would be like CW be Country Western. Nice lob. That's not easy to do. Moving to your right like that and just lobbing it down the line like that. Uncharacteristic miss from PB there.
I don't remember what the CW stands for, because it used to be the Warner Brothers channel, right?
Yep.
And is it still some variation of that?
Channel Warner? I don't know.
Maybe.
Something about adding the in front of it just ages you. Like the CW. What's going on down in the Ukraine? And now we're demonetized.
We weren't monetized.
I know. You don't have much to lose, Cal. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. There is something about that, but that's what it was. That was
on the CW. Yeah.
So I'm not the only one who remembers it being put that way. Is that what you're saying?
The CW?
I remember that too.
Okay,
Great job.
Come
that's
on.
tough.
You got to almost say, okay, I got away with one if you even get that over, even though Sam's talented enough to pull that off for sure.
It's
a great volley.
Yeah, he was almost James Bond.
Jurassic now?
He filmed he was going to be James Bond, but he didn't want it. Pierce Brosnan wanted it, but was filming a movie, so they got Timothy Dalton to do the interim movie.
Wow.
But Sam Neill filmed like a test and everything. He just didn't want to be James Bond for something.
That sounds right.
But he would have pulled it off.
Okay.
If you watch the thing, he pulls it off.
I think Laura Dern would have pulled it off better than that.
I don't know who Laura Dern is.
Dern.
Laura?
But what I'm saying, Laura.
As in a woman.
Yeah, well, she played opposite Sam in Jurassic Park, just so you know.
Oh.
It's a tough spot. I think it clipped his paddle as it went by.
Yeah. Sold it to him. Yeah. No returns. You don't have a receipt.
Stay around. After this match, I'm going to show Sean the test footage, and we'll get his thoughts in the next match. Yeah.
No, he's a wonderful actor. Don't get me wrong. I just don't necessarily.
I promise you.
See him as.
I think a lot of those roles get really hard to envision somebody else in it, where you kind of can't even.
That's a diplomatic way of putting it.
They sort of get tough in that regard. You know what I mean? Like every time they cast, another superhero, you're just like, well, I don't really.
That was wide.
I would agree. Yeah.
It was.
Ryan Back's just looking a little.
No, it was. Not that they're going to look back at the
Peter Burke,
the booth here, but we're going to.
Yeah.
I was just
not that we're allowed to.
Even
make calls.
Influence or
Yeah, but I will say, looking straight down the tee, that was wide.
Agreed.
Yeah. Not that anybody would accuse the illustrious Peter Burke of.
Never. That's not going to happen. Not that I've never seen that. No.
Impropriety.
If anything, that's a good shot that's going in.
That's
unbelievable.
Nice hands.
Did it hit him?
Sam was fully prepared to be like.
No, he was done.
Yeah.
He was done with
He thought he missed it.
Cover all vital areas. Yes.
Oh, that's so sneaky.
Come on.
Great little redirect.
So we have our fifth no-ad point.
Pulls up a Wawrinka off the backhand side like that. That's incredible.
Stand and deliver.
Just keep playing.
Nice. Cal, you're on fire today, bud. Must be the lack of sleep is what it is.
Let's play no-ad all the time.
I know, seriously, though.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we should start poisoning the players after the first set, so they've got 20 minutes or the match is over.
Wow,
inside.
Maybe the sleep deprivation is a problem. Nice get.
Well, I was just up all night waiting for the Cabin Fever to open.
You're such a fan.
Yeah, I was reading the.
Again, I got tears in my eyes. That's really
the newsletter.
Thing.
I still remember playing against Radek Guzik and Tony Marino at some tournament.
Tony Marino.
We were in the back draw, and we start to walk on the court after lunch, and Radek was like, "Okay, everyone agrees now, no lobbing." We're in the back draw. Let's get this over with.
I like that though. Radek's my kind of guy. That'll work out.
So
I like to figure out the score before any pro-am.
Is it kind of like a? Would you say it's a kind of? All right, thanks, guys. But it's like it's frowned upon. There we go. It's frowned upon too. If you're like in the quarters and you've just played 5 matches that day and you don't want to play your back draw match, is that frowned upon?
to not play it?
Yeah, to skip it. Like
it depends on the situation. If you've like been on court long enough where playing another match is going to be like, is going to destroy you physically, then like,
yeah,
you're well within your rights to be like, I have no reason to do this.
Okay. 4-1 now on the no ads.
If there's like serious points involved, or if you're just being a baby because you're like, I don't belong in the back draw, then like, yeah, it's frowned upon.
It sounded like
especially in a situation where like it depends on the level
impressions.
It depends on the level of tournament as well, because part of it is
long there for Pete.
Part of it is that like if you got somebody who like paid money to play a tournament and they're supposed to play 3 matches, and then 2 of them are in the back draw where you don't have an opponent because they're irritated they lost and they just want to be done. Like that is kind of a crappy thing to do.
Yeah.
To just
on the other hand, there are times where if you're going to kind of tank, you may as well just and not play competitively.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
ways
also
to
sort of less of an
right.
issue now with the separation of like the tour, right? Now that we have tour stuff going on, it was more of a thing when like
Tomahawk.
There wasn't a separation in the level of tournament. It was just like if you sign up, you play, and
And usually, if it's monetized, let's face it.
Yeah.
Most everybody's going to show up if there's something on the line.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like going on court, it's better than going on court and tanking your way through it.
Yep.
To your point is that like if you're just going to be like I don't really care and just kind of stand there, well, I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Well, you know what? Taking it the opposite direction, I actually played a match once where I knew because of something that happened, I wasn't going to be able to play the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And I played and got to match point, and I
just gave it to somebody? Yep.
And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, I can't play tomorrow, but I don't want you to not,
play either.
Yeah, that
because
wouldn't be
situation.
Fair. This way.
So you can have it.
And I was like, yeah, but this counts as a win. I was like, does it look like I care?
I made plans on the day
exactly.
that
my wife
was supposed to be the final.
Doesn't seem to care about my points here in the Midwest Tennis Association. Nobody cares. So.
Oh, Lourdes.
Yeah. That was also, before she left and said, well, remember, we've got blank. I didn't even remember what it was. And I just remember her saying, and by the way, you shouldn't wear those shorts with that shirt. I was like, God, she's just my, that's my lady right there. I'm just going to say it.
I feel like that might be a slight difference between men's and women's tennis and racket sports is that, I don't know about you, but I always had this
shot from Sam.
I always had this thing in tennis where it was frowned upon to be like matchy. Like you're not sponsored. You don't need to have the Nike logo shorts that blends perfectly into the Nike
what
polo.
What a shot from Pete Burko. We got to get that on replay.
Oh, we did.
Regardless. Look at this. Pete putting on a clinic.
Yep. He continues to crush drives.
Speaking of
refuses to bail out. Now he's got to get that one.
Sit. He's starting to roll, though. I'm kind of enjoying this. Sometimes that's what you need. Just get a little rhythm.
The Rock from Indiana Jones. The boulder.
They're interchangeable. Everyone knew what you meant.
Yeah.
As set pieces go, that thing has seen the most mileage.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of just the just the space it owns in the zeitgeist.
All right, let's take that replay here. Peter's
most
little
people like
slice.
to try maybe a tweener or something. Not Pete. Look at that.
Nice little flick. Nice little flick there,
Ole
Peter.
biscuit barrel. We're talking,
Oh, that's
touch. He's there.
Really good.
He answers the redrop. That's just dangerous right there.
And the redrop.
And you got to have some touch to do the redrop because usually your opponent's at the net after they hit a drop. Nice play from Jonas right there. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Jeez. I think he hit the same.
Oh,
what a shot.
great
that
shot.
Stayed in. The same spot, the ground stroke. Oh, he bought it.
Yeah, that's tough. He stepped up, he saw it coming, and he put it on the edge of his strike zone.
he'd want to take that back to target, man.
This is one of the things that I think you're talking about, Cal, in terms of like warm weather paddle.
It's just a smart. He's there again.
Yep. Warm weather paddle being a little bit more entertaining to watch is, partially for this reason that we're seeing right now, is that like the ball bounces a little more. It's harder to get it to die. In cold weather that you can have, you hit a couple of short balls in a row. It's a lot easier to be in serious trouble. But just getting the ball back over the net is almost enough when it's warm to be like, we'll be fine.
Yes. And not that they're in serious trouble, to use your phrase there, Coach. But Merckx and Burka just lost another game. So now it is 3-2, a little bit more of a contested second set here. But they still are up a break. So let's see if they can just kind of right the ship a little bit. Not that we're rooting, because we're not allowed to do that. Even if we do have, FanDuel, or in my case, Fat Jack's, betting service. Are you rooting, Cal, really?
Oh, yeah. I always root for whoever wins the first set.
What a work ethic this guy's got.
It's not wrong.
Look, in the finals,
yes,
I want the best players to win. How about that? Whoever's better on that day to win. But up to the finals. Are you starting to rationalize
this now, Cal?
I don't think I need to rationalize it. I think almost everybody agrees with me. If you're not personal friends with someone on the court, you want whoever wins the first set to win.
No, it just sounds like you're mining right now. Like you got a big hat with a light on. That's,
I'm a miner.
No, you're down there digging it out.
You're right.
You're digging yourself out of that one.
I think that that's sort of the reality of going back and forth between being a fan of the sport and then also being responsible for the live stream and everything that entails. So
nice touch from Peter.
The live streamer in me is like, let's wrap this up, fellas. But the paddle fan in me is like, no, you guys should grind.
No, man, this is working.
So thankfully, I don't have to battle with those two things. I just have the live stream part. No, we joke. But seriously.
There's that, we call it kind of a side spin screwball. There we go. I love that shot from Pete. He can actually put even more, there it is, even more spin on it if he wants to.
Yeah, maybe it is just the sheer speed of things, too, that makes it more exciting.
Cover there from Sam.
Because genuinely, we watched a 3-hour match with Andrew Wong and playing against Johan Durant, and it was 3 hours, and it was wildly entertaining.
Yep.
So, because they were killing it.
Oh, yeah. You got a lot of talent out there. Well, that's the cool thing. I mean, you get...
Greatest of all time.
Pretty much. I don't know if it's arguable at this point. I mean, he's still going, too. That is Johan. And let's not forget Steve. It's not like he's a scrub. The guy's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I still think, as a matter of fact, Andrew and his partner had a shot at them.
They did.
Philippe Rams. They had a shot at him. I thought they were actually going to take him because they took the set.
Just drifted a little wide.
And there is, by the way, such a thing as certain players like to play in certain temperatures. And I think you're right.
For sure.
When you said, Sam and Ryan pretty much kind of probably enjoy this weather. Maybe they could even have it a little warmer if necessary.
Yeah, are they from a warmer part of the world? Where are these guys from?
I don't know about that. Yeah, Orland Park. Yeah. No, I don't know. But my point is
Universal
just the way they play.
Orlando?
The way
Ryan is from Nicaragua. So it's no, it's I think you're 100% right, because part of it is the willingness to.
Yes.
I mean, I was always a mental midget in that regard, where if it was crazy cold, I was not excited to play. They're like, well, it's 12 degrees, -8 with the wind chill. Let's play a tournament.
Yeah,
I was just kind of like, but why?
Exactly.
And some people are like,
God, I love this.
Pure winter sport.
Oh, it's so exhilarating.
Yeah.
So, I can't feel any of my extremities now. This is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
if it was drizzling and my socks got wet, I also was mentally done. That was just the end.
That was in there.
Nice shot.
Oh, wow.
That bit.
All right.
Barely, but it did.
That was not game. I had the score wrong.
That's all right.
So,
We're just kinda
Mark
used to
your
it. We're
second
rolling
set
over.
bingo cards. Hey, I've been doing.
I think you're doing pretty well.
This is a new personal best for
tell you
this
what,
year.
You're
Here's a nice
laser beam
tomahawk there.
focused.
Like a hawk.
A Heagle? What was it?
Yeah, eagle.
Cal the Eagle.
An hawk.
Cal Eagle. Yes, I like it.
It's funny because my eyes are terrible.
Are they?
No. I mean, for a 22-year-old.
I didn't know where to go with that. Really.
Yeah,
Oh, for 20. Oh, I see what you mean.
yeah. Like I can see perfectly fine, but I do need glasses. So.
I tell you what.
I don't wear readers though. I feel like
Well,
that's
of
when
course
you
not.
that's
You're
what that's when
23
you've
years
lost
old.
it.
You're 23 years
That's
old.
when
I
you've
don't.
lost it.
Will Smith's husband, he lost it.
My eyes just
a
only
lie.
recently got
Oh.
bad, and it was a shock to me because I just assumed that age wasn't going to affect me ever.
All right,
I was going to be the one. I was going to be the one where I was like, well, I
Father
mean, I
Time.
won't have to deal with that.
That Benjamin Buttons McClure.
I'm aging in reverse.
Interesting.
All right, so
So this is
back to do.
our sixth
Yes.
no ad point,
No ad in.
and it is 4-1 in the first 5 for Baxter.
Is that right?
And
Merrick's.
now it is.
And it is 6-1.
That is 5-1.
Oh,
sorry.
thought that went in?
Yes,
Did that
that
go
was
in?
the sixth. No, that was the.
Did that wait? Did they win that one?
Let's take a
Peter
listen.
missed his.
Yeah. Okay.
That was.
Yeah, so it's
3-all.
3-all, but it's 5-1 in
You know,
the.
Cal, you keep moving that fader. You're not union. You know, we're going to get in trouble.
We're gonna get in
Actually,
trouble.
that was Matt first, so we're both in this lawsuit now.
All right, fine.
Can I just apologize?
No.
Matt's got his union card, though. You don't have your union card here.
That's true.
May I see your union card, please?
For the Film Actors Guild?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I had lines.
Yeah, McClure, your agent called somebody about a margarine commercial in there.
That was
way
wide.
out.
It
Okay,
was. No,
he did
he-
call
he-
it. All right, yeah.
I think he called it. He was just being stylish. All right. 15 low, as they say. It is amazing how good and how well Pete can keep the ball that low over the net, not being right on the net. Because sometimes he'll just be off the net and he can still kind of keep enough touch on the ball where it does not get any higher than a certain amount. That's amazing. It's not easy to do.
It's also amazing how well the marketing campaign worked for I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. You know? Like, I can't believe it's not butter. Like, just have a side-by-side taste comparison and you can easily believe that it's not butter.
Not only that, did you ever notice some of that stuff they say is actually good for you?
What, butter?
No, the I can't believe it. Like the butter substitutes, this actually reduces your cholesterol. It's completely. I don't understand that one because it tastes pretty. What a turn! Miles just.
I believe that science
out
was
the
left
torpedo.
in the 70s.
I'm pretty sure the whole thing is a scam. They're just always
Yeah.
going to go back and forth on us so that they can create a separate set of products that
It's working
people
for me.
decide
It's working
that
on
they need.
me for sure. Oh yeah. I mean, if you got Oh, come on.
He's there.
Oh, nice try, Jonas.
Routine.
Again, think about that. What kind of speed do you have to get just to get there to make a shot out of it? Yeesh. 4-1 40-yard dash.
He almost had it.
I tell you what, Miles is just keying in on that forehand, and he just moves to his left as he hits
It was
it.
a pretty quick game.
It was.
There.
They need another ball.
Peter's just looking for his fans.
They're all
Well,
here.
that is.
Yeah, not hard to find. There's a
7
hut
games?
full of them.
Is it every 7 games? Do they don't know? Or is it every set? Do we even know? Do they get a new ball?
Well, seeing as Peter's walking inside, I think
He probably
he
does.
wants a new ball. Yeah.
All right. By the way, it's a lovely facility here, owned by the Winnetka Park District. If you can see in the background, those are the indoor courts. They got 9 of them here.
Wow.
I'm on payroll
Sean's on
here.
the board.
Well, no, I'm still as a sub, I guess. when they'll have me. You know they're scraping the bottom of the barrel when they call me up. But
Are you on the list?
I am.
How often do you get called to come out?
Well,
The last time was summer of 2021.
they must love me so much that, it was 2 years ago.
2022.
But I was still working at Lakeshore, let's put it that way. But no.
Couldn't get out of the way.
You know what? Yeah. You just
I agree.
move there.
All right.
This is why I didn't turn the mic up. But you know what? That's okay. It's human. We're all human beings. And even if we, use certain consonants in a sentence that we probably should.
Well, it also is
tough.
paddle, so no one cares.
Nice.
It's part of the game.
Nice.
I'm still trying to figure out what the big deal is.
Yeah, it's just part of the game. Every sport has it.
Well, when they say, we're enjoying the holiday, there should be a holiday against decorum. Like you can, just for the next, until New Year's Day, you can pretty much say whatever you want, and we just got to deal with it. What do you say?
Yeah, and in the holiday spirit, I'll tell you the same thing that I told my family, which is I can't offend you. You can feel offended, but that's a you thing. So how much
you are
it affects,
responsible for your feelings.
How much it affects the rest of your day is totally your call.
That worked for about 10 minutes with my wife, and then then I was on an apology tour, which I'm still on, by the way. Look at this. Oh,
that's
Jonas.
a really good low.
Unbelievable.
Push
That's
backhand.
The touch, the feel, the fabric of your life that was right there. Cotton. It's beautiful.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
See how it lays out for him.
Usually got to pay extra. What's that other? See, we can say that now because it's prior to New Year's Day.
Because it's 2024. How long does it take you guys?
2025.
How long does it take you guys to stop writing the incorrect year on like checks and dates and stuff?
Yeah. I'm still writing 23.
I would say I go through March. Like it's a solid, I think January and February I'm still like 2024.
Thank God I'm not writing a lot of checks anymore. I'm just getting things just leak out of my account without even having to do that.
I guess I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty decent with the year, but every 6 months we entered it a little while ago. We entered the 6 months of the year where my car clock is wrong.
Oh yeah.
Just don't adjust it for daylight savings time. And there is a guy very clearly taking a picture of us, trying to disguise it.
That's all right.
I think he's on the phone.
He's with
the paparazzi.
Yeah,
got
he's
the
welcome.
wide-angle lens for
just
me,
wait
as
until
they say.
just wait until the stories come out. In
How
People
many
magazine.
cameras did you eat?
All of them. Nice touch.
And again, a drop shot isn't necessarily supposed to be a winner, everybody. Whoa. I'm going to say Jonas has missed
I know that
more
at
than
this
his fair
point,
share of those. He does not miss that shot.
nobody cares, but it is 5-1 in the no-ad. I'm going to keep saying it so that, well, it doesn't need to be repeated this often, but I'm going to forget it if I don't keep saying it. So it's 5-1.
Great job
and it's the 7th no-ad point.
Oh my
All right.
God, that's so many.
I'm still delirious from the lasagna. So.
I had some of that lasagna.
Food coma.
It was, I'm telling you.
It was great.
It was. I just think you can only reheat it,
So many times.
I think so, because I'm not, I don't know. I mean, it was delicious. Of course, again, I'm not an endorsement. I'm going to eat it regardless.
You are an endorsement. You just don't realize it.
I promise every food
Currently unsponsored.
The unwitting endorsement.
Currently unsponsored, but don't worry, that endorsement is out there.
I don't get anything for it, but I'm an unwitting endorser. Look at that.
Nice play.
It looks like he's doing one of his videos now.
Peter gone into super patient mode.
Yeah, look at that. Love the switch.
Yep, the switch. Good. Mixing it up.
I feel like the
Great
average
mix of
ball
different
speed has
looks.
dropped in half for this point.
Yeah.
Because both of them won it.
This is the point.
This is the all-important 8th game.
Well, let that be a lesson to everybody at home. Everybody here can absolutely play as much offense as they want to. And yet, what do they choose to do when the chips are down, as they say? They're playing some conservative ball. And even though people
heavens to Betsy,
even though
what a
he
show.
is swinging at that ball, he is putting a fair amount of top on it, and he's not hitting it as hard as he can. And again, can't stress this enough.
Hit it as hard as you can.
That's my favorite, is when I'm going to say something completely opposite of what you're going to say.
And I can't stress this enough. Hit it as hard as you can.
Because I was just about to say, you don't need to hit every drive as hard as you can.
Everything as hard as you can.
I don't play often enough not to gamble, is what you're saying. I love that. It's good anticipation.
A little attempted blitz.
Yeah, that's one thing we're not seeing. Sometimes you do save energy doing that. If you anticipate a waterfall and you're able to take it on the rise and maybe get a drive out of it. Not seeing that, but then again, we are kind of in, so to speak, warm weather paddle.
This feels like the first paddle point of the match.
Well, everybody's warm now. Oh.
That's what did it. That little off-speed forehand push drive.
Yep.
For
Ryan's
all.
just slightly off the net.
Second set.
And we are at the Reggie Jackson point of the proceedings. Like the eye right here. Where's he going? Didn't matter.
There's a lot of frustration on that return.
Apparently.
That last point, you got to love that.
Oh.
Ryan Baxter just chucked his sunglasses into the fence.
In the middle of the point.
He couldn't possibly.
That's always tough because all of a sudden everything gets a lot brighter very quickly.
I thought maybe he was saying that some sweat got in his eyes or something, and then he couldn't.
Or it gets on the inside.
Wipe his face off.
Oh yeah. And it's, you know what? I mean, I'm not saying it's warm enough out there for that, but you know.
Well, if you're acclimatized to playing in the negatives.
That's great touch. Super touch from Sam Miles.
Sam O'Neill.
Because you just don't.
That's not.
Most people try to hit that a little too hard, and that was perfect.
It's like a croissant.
Dying at the. Oui. Dying at the snowboards. At the snowboards.
We, French people on roller coasters,
be like. And we say, you know,
great stretch.
Okay, I'm going to say it again.
Forced it a little.
Because you know, if I do any coaching, they're going to go, okay, I was watching Pete Burka, and he seems to reach for that backhand volley shot.
Graham is.
You tell us not to do that. And,
well, if you have Peter's backhand volley,
exactly.
do
That's
some
my
more
point.
stuff.
Yeah.
If you're watching this back, Graham, I just did exactly what you warned me not to do at the start of the match. I'm twisting the score to fit my narrative.
That should be a little bit more a part of the sport, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
it's actually kind of disappointing now that that's been so removed.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yep.
Now, Miles has incredible hands, but Pete every so often could just pull out a laser beam off that backhand side and just kind of, this is what I mean by changing speeds on the drive. If he did that all the time, Sam would kind of be ready for it. Look at him stay in there.
Jeez.
We don't recommend that necessarily all the time, but again, if you're skilled enough to do it.
If there's one thing you can say about Ryan Baxter as a player, it's that he will hit any shot at any time.
If he feels the need, yes, he will. There's no question.
He doesn't
need
change shots for situations.
No. If he doesn't feel like it, no.
I mean, he hit his underhand serve on break point
Yeah,
and
I
got
haven't
it.
seen that. You know what? We haven't seen that.
Yeah, he hasn't brought that out yet. Well, the final use was on match point, and he faulted and then snapped his racket over his knee, which I've never seen someone do with a paddle racket. That was probably one of the coldest moments in paddle history. Top five moment.
Paddle history, top
five moments in paddle history with Cal. No. This has
paddle started 4 years ago, by the way.
Well, you know, it's kind of like a certain brand. I'm not going to mention it because I'm part of the company, but if you just get Nick Kyrgios, sometimes snaps the rackets, it's actually good PR for everybody on the tennis court. Yeah. And again, the closer we get to a game point here, the more conservative, you might say, things are going. Wow, I tell you what, I was in a musical and I didn't pirouette that much.
Well, it depends on your part.
That's true.
Nice hands there.
You're right. I don't get a lead. No.
You're right. I don't get a lead.
the leads get to pirouette more.
Where's the pirouetting in musicals that I'm unaware of? I'm trying to remember. I mean, I've seen Into the Woods like 10 times, and I just don't remember a lot of pirouetting.
That's the one with Shia LaBeouf.
It's a good show, but I like Something Rotten. That's my favorite of them. But I'm just saying, they just say, Sean, why are you practicing your pirouette? Well, no, Sean, you're not going to do that. Oh, okay.
I prefer my musicals with noise-canceling headphones and a blindfold.
That's just a nap, Cal.
Oh, right.
Every nap is a musical.
That's just hateful.
It is. I have nothing but the utmost respect for the performers. My time is just better spent being miserable doing nothing by myself. It's nothing personal.
No, it's fine. You give out that vibe.
Yeah. I'm too good for musicals. They haven't earned me yet.
Also, musicals started 4 years ago.
Yeah, also, musicals started 4 years ago. Haven't seen a good one yet.
I almost think we're going to see that on a T-shirt soon.
That Thomas Jefferson one was all right.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
In there. All right, we got the shot clock on right now for sure.
Hamilton?
Oh, he's there.
Yeah, that is what I was going
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson one was all right. It's called Hamilton.
Sorry, Hamilton, the former president.
Oh, what a
my
shot.
Great Sam O'Neill. And you said he couldn't be James Bond.
I'm not talking, first of all, where are we going with that? I mean, you know what? I think Sam Miles could be James Bond more than Sam O'Neill.
With that kind of
all right, that's
secret agent attitude.
This is Sean's.
I'm just saying. Look,
I did have the score
Pierce
wrong.
Brosnan was an excellent James Bond. Okay, and he made look. I like Sam Neill. He just makes a better James Bond. What a pick from PB! Unbelievable shot. That was behind him. You didn't get that on a replay, did you, handsome? Huh? No.
I know you're not talking to me.
All right. Well, I'm just saying.
Well, he said handsome, so he's definitely talking to you.
Hey, well, you're making fun of. Look, you know how much I like musicals. That probably was uncalled for, but.
To all our musical theater viewers out there.
You gonna apologize now?
You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, there's none. Yeah, that's where I was going around. The only one we've got here is in the booth.
A lot more than you think.
They're out there, boy.
That's like the Stewie from Family Guy. Brian's criticizing him for Carrie Underwood. He's like, I don't have to defend Carrie Underwood to you. She's doing just fine. She's doing just fine without you.
She's doing just fine.
All right, whatever.
I can't criticize him too much because I do love Josh Groban.
Wow, see there,
So
I'm impressed that you even admitted that.
Oh my goodness! I mean, he is so talented.
Are you being sarcastic?
No.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Because
the voice of an angel and the body chiseled by the gods.
All right, I don't know about the latter.
Yeah, I don't know either. He was on a Netflix original where he was a cop and his dad was Tony Danza.
Really?
It was horrible. Yeah.
I can't see. There you go. See, Sam Neill as James Bond. I can't see Josh Groban as a cop.
No, it was horrific. But I do love Josh Groban. Is this point still going on, by the way?
Was that a Key and Peele skit?
Yeah.
No, somehow it's real.
Amazing.
Full season.
Yes.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Is that a Weird Al?
No, but Weird Al, to all of you listening in the Chicagoland area, Weird Al is coming to Ravinia this summer.
Is he?
Yeah. Can't wait to miss it.
That's sold out.
It probably is, actually.
Hey, Weird Al's doing just fine without you.
No, I love Weird Al. I have the utmost respect.
That had some eyes. That thing came off
Okay,
the
so I did have the score wrong,
screen.
but we fixed it. It's 5-4, Burka Merrick's.
The side screen, kind of like wallpaper, baby. That just fell off. I mean,
kind of like musical theater.
Wow.
Now you're just looking for opportunities.
You know what? It's bigger than ever, Cal.
Just like every musical theater actor.
It's bigger than ever, whether you know it or not. You can't stop it. You can only hope to contain it, Cal.
You can only hope to contain it.
Rage.
Keep doing it. All right.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I really hope this goes 3.
Shut up.
You know what? Now we know that's disingenuous. Right there.
It just seems like it always goes the opposite, so I'm trying to embrace it.
All right.
I just really hope this goes 3. I'm really psyched about this.
I agree with Cal.
Good shot. Look at the touch.
It's not that I don't like Peter Burka. He has been one of the most hospitable.
He is a great. Are you kidding? He's
incredible people. Yeah, he hosts
awesome.
us all the time. We love Peter Burka. He's been on the telecast
actually,
a few
everybody
times.
out there is a good dude. What are you talking about? I mean, Jonas is phenomenal.
No, right. I was getting to that. But anyways, case in point.
Ryan's a good guy. I don't really know Sam that well, but he seems like a really good dude.
He'd make a great James Bond.
I'm just telling you, better than Sam Neill.
Okay, that's just ridiculous.
I'm just saying.
You're just getting into your...
Why? Because Sam's got the accent down? Come on. Is that it?
Maybe.
We'll talk about it. You know what? It's fair. If you're picturing Sam Neill from Jurassic Park as James Bond, I'm with you. You just gotta see it. I'll show it to you, and then you'll have an informed decision. Peter Burka getting hit in the hands.
You know something? he almost had that too. That's the incredible thing. He actually almost got his paddle on that ball. Look at that. Oh, he finds the top bar. Yes. Measuring it. There's a cutter. This anticipation is awesome.
Nice move.
By the way, that was a heck of a cutter, too.
Yeah, that was a great
just saw
shot.
It going.
Matt's standing up. You know what? I'm going to stand up, too.
Really? What did I do? Can you get here?
No. Oh, there's this cord is stuck.
There you are. I'm part of the audio crew, so I can help you with that. That flew a little bit on Sam there. Again, uncharacteristic. Doesn't usually happen. I don't think he's hit a fault up to now.
He hit one in the
Oh, you have to be a killjoy.
one of the earlier games just before deuce. No ad.
I couldn't just sit there and dream, could I? You just had to ruin it right there.
It's like musical theater all over again.
You wish. We all know it. I'm going to get you in a show one day, Cal. You watch. They're going to be like, actually, you know what?
If they ever do a Nightmare on Christmas, I'll be the lead. Won't even need a costume.
Actually, you could also play any of the long animals in The Lion King.
Make a great Bambi.
Yeah.
You're too tall.
Jurassic Park.
You can't be Bambi.
That was terrible.
You could be a giraffe.
Oh, what a kid. Sam Miles just putting on a clinic.
License to kill.
There is just a myriad of talent out there. I mean, it was shot at. It was great anticipation from Pete Burka. Faked everybody out. I thought he was going to hit it.
We're locked in.
You betcha.
I don't know about you guys, but I really hope this goes 3. And it just did.
It just did. You got your wish there. Really?
And that's going to go...
You usually don't get your...
3 sets.
You usually don't get your wish there.
Well, we've got Splitskis here at Winnetka Platform Tennis Hut. We are just way deep into the Cabin Fever Classic.
Has a splitting headache.
Who doesn't? We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors here at the CPTC live stream network.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank. Wintrust. Different approach, better results.
Want to see how Volley can transform training at your club? We've got a great offer for you. Gather 30 of your club friends and you'll get a free 30-day trial of Volley. Experience firsthand how Volley's trainer can help everyone improve. Increase reps and track your progress, all while training smarter. Don't miss out. Visit getvolley.com and unlock your club's full potential with a 30-day free trial.
At Volley, we build tools to unlock your potential. The new Volley PTI feature breaks down your game like never before. Ever wondered, which partner has impacted my PTI the most? What's our win percentage as the favorite or underdog? Do I perform differently in 2 or 3 set matches? Now, it's all at your fingertips. The PTI tool is free to everyone. Download the Volley app today and level up your game. We'll see you on the court.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho access immediate care clinic near you.
Oh, we are so back.
Oh, let's bring everybody back. Let's bring everybody back and let's bring down the energy with a little bit of paddle jazz. What is jazz fusion? Is that just noise?
I think it's a drink.
2 jazz fusions, please.
Yes. Right away, sir. More coffee, sir?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
See, even Matt's on top of that, too. See, I like that. I'm just getting choked up about it. It's such a beautiful story. So we are back at Winnetka, the Winnetka Club, technically, even though it used to be part of the Winnetka Park District, but I do not believe it is anymore. I think, from what I understand, it is its own entity, which is kind of cool. When I say cool, I don't just mean it because this is kind of a vibey groove that we're experiencing right now.
It's kind of giving me a little bit of Eminem vibes. Is that, am I
Really?
wrong with
I never. Wow.
The bass line is a little.
Wow. Well, this was written way before he was born, but yeah.
Sorry, then. Eminem's giving me, who's this guy? Jazz Johnson? Jack Johnson?
Chaz Jankel.
Jazz Jankel, that's what I'm thinking.
Wait, and this, by the way, this is the full third set, if I'm not mistaken.
Full third set, I think.
Right? I don't think it's a.
And we are thankful for it.
Yes.
I think we should play best of 5 in these
for sure.
in these no ad events.
I love the ground stroke rallies. Let's hit ground strokes, people. But so now I'm going to reverse things on you here, Coach McClure.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
What maybe does Sam and Ryan figure they need to do to kind of get back in the direction they were heading in the first set?
Give it to Pierce Brosnan.
Wow. Was that supposed to be nasty? Because it sounded that way.
No, not at all.
Okay. It was a great actor,
yeah,
by
I
the
don't
way.
think there was a huge number of errors that separated that second set.
I agree.
I would say if anything, Peter got a little bit more comfortable in that second set than he was in the first. And I think that is probably going to be part of it, kind of like what you're seeing there.
Yeah.
But I also think that, especially in the backcourt, maybe a little bit less with the drive. Like, so we've seen the, all-out speed of, just nuking drives all over the place. But I wouldn't be surprised if taking a little bit off of the pace of drives from the backcourt would kind of mess with rhythm a little bit. I agree. It's one of the hazards, I think, of playing fast and kind of going after a lot of shots is that sometimes you don't have another gear you can play with then.
No.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So like if you're just nuking drives all the time, you win a first set because you're overpowering them. They get acclimated to it in the second set, and then in the third set you don't have a different place you can take it.
Exactly.
And so now you're only, you kind of, I think you always want to keep something in the tank for those moments when you need a little extra or a little less.
Not only that, and I agree with all of that. The idea also when you say nuking the returns, I like to call that envelope pushing, because what a shot.
Nice.
You know what? I tell you what. Giannis has just been anticipating those cutters as well as anybody I've ever seen. That was amazing.
Sorry to cut you guys off.
Go ahead.
I'm not with you.
Wow.
Because Matt started with cars.
Yeah.
Then went to atomic energy, then went to bodily functions and homeostasis, then went back to cars, and then Sean brought in the mail service.
Yeah, but I mean,
and
all of that's correct if we were in the Fallout universe. That's your own fault for having a closed mind.
Well, first of all, not the mail service. When I say the envelope pushing the envelope, in other words, when you're driving the ball, depending on how comfortable you are, driving the ball, you hit the ball harder and harder depending on how comfortable you are. That's what I mean by envelope pushing. And you can't necessarily do that on a regular basis in platform. I mean, these guys are talented enough to do it. I mean, definitely, you just saw Ryan haul off and crack one. That's not as hard as he can hit the ball, but he's pushing the envelope, as I say. I tell you what, Sam owns that.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
Inside, out, back in volley.
Yeah.
And that's just parallel to the net. That's crazy.
But we do support the postmen here.
But
men and women.
I think to your point, and it's part of what is,
for the troops.
It's part of what can kind of be different about platform tennis in general is that, like, let's say in any given moment you repeatedly hit the best shot you can for the situation, right?
Yep.
There's a point of diminishing returns because, like, let's say that the
Sorry,
overhead.
whose point was that? I was doing a replay.
Miles and
Ryan, yeah. Let's say that the best shot that you're hitting is some kind of big cut spin overhead into the screen, right?
Yep.
You do it once and somebody has to stretch for it. You do it again and the ball behaves the same way they're on top of it. And ball number 3, it does the same thing, and all of a sudden they're driving it. You know what I mean? Like, so there isn't this element of, just constantly being able to accelerate. You go too aggressive and try to make every shot better. You just miss by ball number 5, right? Like,
exactly.
There's not that same opportunity.
On the other side, if you get to drive the first one, I think we've said this many times, and I've had to echo it when you've said it on the court. Coaching, 2 or 3 drives in a row is not necessarily a good idea.
That's a generous call, too. And that was a no-ad point.
Yeah, I didn't see any space. I mean, that could have been either way, but I didn't see any space.
Well, that brings us to 6-2 in no-ad points, unless I missed one in the final game of the last set. I wasn't sure what the score was. But either way, Baxter and Miles significantly ahead in the head-to-head.
You think that's going to make a difference in the match, I wonder?
I would guess, yeah.
I think so.
Really? Oh, wow. This is the great thing about when Neku gets celebrities walking around. I mean, Will Colmar. When do you get to
Richard Marks.
Bump into Richard Marks?
I think
Will kind of looks a little like not really. No.
Like you were mentioning as well, Sean. I think another one that is so effective is to sort of mix up your decision making, and I think that's one of the things that Peter does so well.
Just naturally.
I mean, all these guys are good at it, but like there's an element to, and part of why points start to last longer.
There it is
when you hit a shot where you're like, this guy's going to drive it, and he always makes that same decision.
Yep.
Then your volley gets better because you know that it's coming.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
if you hit seemingly the same ball multiple times in a row, and sometimes it gets driven, and sometimes it gets lobbed, and sometimes somebody blitzes, all of a sudden there's this variation that is harder to adjust.
You couldn't have put that any better, especially where Pete's concerned, because if there's anybody who's phenomenal at a couple of different speeds of drives, and when I say that, I mean he can hit a change-up drive where it's like half the speed of his laser beam, if you will, and you don't know exactly what he's going to do with the ball. And every so often he'll just snap one off, and you're not ready for it, to your point.
Well, and I think to a lot of you almost are required to play that way when you don't have a drive that necessarily overpowers somebody's shot, right?
Right.
Where, like, if you're more of a placement-oriented person who picks your spots, then the time at which you do it becomes really important. Because if you hit an off-speed drive, every time and they anticipate it, you're just going to get drop-shotted to death.
For sure. But not only that, I'm going to get drop-shotted to death anyway. Look at me. So
I welcome death.
Geez, I just say welcome drop shots. They get a little score confusion
I did have the score right.
Did you have the score right and they didn't?
Apparently.
Cal, how many times has that happened? Well, I'll just say not many. Yes,
not many.
Let's just say it.
Not many.
I mean, it was kind of a rhetorical question, but let's go ahead and answer it.
Same amount of people that would come to my musical theater production.
You keep saying that, but I'm telling you, Big Fish. If anybody knows that script. Oh, again, Ryan doesn't miss those very often, but I got to say, Jonas can hit several speeds of drive, and he kind of put a little extra pace on that last one.
Well,
but there's look at this touch. A little dinky. Yeah, it was a little wide. It was. No, big fish. You'd be perfect for Carl, Cal. Which is, and your name is Cal, so it wouldn't even be work. It wouldn't even be work getting you there. We'll call you Cal.
There we go.
Cal. I like it.
We just lost video signal there for a little bit.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. But we're back.
Is it because of the musical theater talk that we've heard?
No, it was because Matt set his headset down on the video converters and it unplugged one of them.
Oh, wonderful.
But we're good.
Well, we are working with a little less space today.
Oh, this space. Yeah, there's really no good spot to put stuff.
Yeah, I suppose we could bring our own 18-foot table, but why would we do that?
But everything else is a good spot around here. At the AC Nielsen.
All right, the sun's going to be a little bit, yes. We could just say where we are at, AC Nielsen. I think this is just the Winnetka Paddle Club, though.
Oh.
I think it is, because AC Nielsen is in the background if you're watching this on the
right.
Yeah. AC Nielsen Tennis Center definitely is in the background, so we're right there. I love the deep cutter. In other words, it doesn't necessarily have to be a drop shot. Came out of the nick there. Maybe didn't quite have the pace that Pete anticipated. It was a great shot. Just great playing for Miles and Baxter.
Yeah.
Right now, they seem to be taking control. What a pick. See, that's just athletic ability from Sam Miles right there. Because that ball, look at this, and he comes back with hands.
Hands, oh, lightning.
Wow.
That's
And he gets that waterfall. That was Niagara, baby. That just fell.
We've got bamboo shoots.
Man, that's amazing. I love it. All right.
Top 10 replays of all time.
It's what a third set should be. Tied.
Over. Oh, yeah.
All right. Beat. Well, the sun's
I don't think
not
I'm making my 3 o'clock dentist appointment.
What are you talking about? Did you make it 3 o'clock?
I doubt it.
No.
I was going to say.
He was a walk-in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That ball was stuck. I love the fact that Ryan let that go. But I like the idea of the blitz on that one because you just never know how that thing's going to go.
Oh, it's tough.
Speaking of something uncharacteristic, you don't see that. That might have been a sun issue. I'm not going to say it absolutely it was, but
they framed it.
We're getting a little bit of it coming from the right side of the screen here on the west.
As it drops down, that little glare as it comes across the court.
Yep. Makes it difficult. I love that move. Sam anticipating that. There's the rub, if you will, of anticipating that waterfall, or maybe just anticipating a drop shot for that matter.
Proverbially.
He's just on top of that thing. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of a sun issue on Jonas' side right now on the ad side.
Yeah.
If he has to hit a backhand. Nice pick. That's a good cover. Oh, jeez. That's just great hands. Awesome. Sam Miles. It's either self-preservation or talent or both. I don't know what that was, but that was a super
down,
shot.
Knew it was coming.
That's just awesome.
Duck below the level of the net and put your paddle up.
Cover all vital areas.
Strike
Cava,
zone.
as they say, Vina Cava. He got it. He did. He hit it on the middle too.
They're all having a good laugh.
And a good time was had by all, Cal. You'd think it was a musical theater production out there, Cal. Okay.
Oh,
now
yeah.
Yeah, this is a display. Yeah, it stayed in.
This belongs in a museum.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Oh, my.
And the flick.
So do I, Cal.
Nice.
Is there a museum of fat, by the way? I don't even know. Like a chub museum? What do you think? I'm liking it more and more.
I think that's probably a different thing.
All right.
That's the Shed Aquarium.
I knew I loved that place. I mean,
Where can we put a porpoise on display?
What?
Orca.
No, you said porpoise, right?
I said porpoise.
Yeah.
I just like the shed aquarium.
Where could we put a porpoise on display?
Couldn't resist trying to drive that one.
What?
Wasn't quite in the proverbial wheelhouse, though. But not that Ryan can't pull that off because he's talented enough to. So who am I to know what this is?
All right, that's it. I'm going to have to go home and look up proverbial.
Nice.
You can't possibly do it from your phone.
Nope.
Drive home, look it up on the computer.
I'm going on.
It's got a better search
He's going
engine.
old school,
I just
everybody.
needed a 40-minute breather. I had to go home and use this internet machine.
Old school.
Facebook computer.
The oldest. Oh, it's a Seamer, and he handles it.
I've got an Apple II.
You don't get that very often.
And if you, for those keen-eyed viewers of you, in the background
I
you can
know.
see a man struggling to get a pickleball net up.
Okay, see, here's the thing. I even know who that is. That's the assistant manager, Joe.
Oh.
For,
Well, then he's not struggling. He's killing it.
he is. He's just doing that.
You're doing great, Joe.
I mean, it is pretty hard to do by yourself, to be fair.
Yeah.
But he was kind of chunking it there for a little bit.
That's nice of him to take the time to set that up. I mean, it's, 41 degrees on Monday afternoon.
Somebody was telling me the other day that they were playing pickleball on a clay court.
That's messy.
Yeah, it's possible, but ill-advised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does
I
happen.
just can't imagine you get a ton of bounce. I know that I'm sure they use a different ball, but
I think it's the same ball, and people just ignore it.
Yeah. The balls get kind of crusty, too.
all right. Thanks, guys.
Let's not talk about pickleball. This is platform, darn it. Cabin fever.
The Voldemort
You know, I'm also
of
thinking.
racket sports.
I mean, nobody has a nose. He doesn't.
I don't know about you guys, but I love it when a match goes 3 sets and then the play slows down.
All right, Cal. This is real paddle right here.
No, it is.
For real
It's
paddle
true.
lovers. That's what we're doing here. So it's a cabin fever open, Cal. You know, we got to think. Just relax in the cabin right here. Yeah, I don't know where the cabin is. I think it's somewhere in. It's a historical landmark somewhere. I mean, Winnetka is historically significant, isn't it?
That's true.
We usually talk about that. Speaking of which, we are in lovely Winnetka, Illinois.
We've got the Home
Winnetka
Alone house
Paddle
here.
Club. I'm Sean Albrecht, along with Matt McClure and Cal Noble, for the CPTC/APTA Cabin Fever Open.
There's probably one of those pioneer cabin, one-room schoolhouses around. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to go.
There's got to be some place for the third
Revolutionary
graders
War.
to go.
It's like the Mayflower.
Yeah.
Huge for the Pilgrims. Huge for the Pilgrims.
But we are.
Well,
being brought to you
unfortunately, as
by-
much as I hate to admit it, this is very smart from them because they obviously won the first set handedly by playing aggressively and did not have the same success in the second set.
Well, they say always change a losing game, never change a winning game, which means I was always changing throughout my whole career. What a dig! Archaeology over there for Jonas.
Nice.
Sit. Yes. And they get the switch out of it. That was stylish. That, I'm telling you, I think you should get points for that right there. Yes. By the way, today's live stream is, I guess we can announce the sponsors again. It is the third set. You'll see some more messages anyway.
Yeah, do it again.
Illinois Bone and Joint. Oh, missed that.
That might be the first kind of angled drop shot
Yes.
that he's missed the whole day.
Yeah.
Viking Paddle, Wintrust Community Banks, and the Volley.
And the volley machine. The machine of machines. The
And
machine.
the CBTC as a whole sponsors.
Let's
the
not
live
forget CSM Media, guys. I think we're worth some type of mention, even if it is negative. What a, wow.
Brought to you and produced by
The CSM Media.
with the Chief Technical Officer.
Conceptualized, performed, and executed by CSN Media.
John Adams.
Brian Adams.
Samuel Adams. Came up with some new names. Mike Siphon. I feel like he'd be a good paddle player.
He would be that would be a great extra account to leave comments under.
Yeah, Mike Siphon. And then the South African Kroner Johansson.
Johansson sounds Swedish, though, doesn't it?
I don't know. Johannesburg?
Well, all right. I never really thought of that, Cal. You got a point there.
I just
nice
assumed
pick.
they were the same.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be a little bit of a
nice
sun issue, too, if you just let it go. Getting a little face full of it and then having to do a pirouette. Going back and get one.
This is our 9th no-hat point. It is 6-2.
Well, if he's struggling with the sun, it's not affecting him too much, but it does look like Pete and even Jonas over there on the backhand side is getting.
Why is he mad? Didn't he just win? Okay. Let's take a replay, make sure I'm not going crazy.
No.
But I'm pretty... What?
I don't know. I think maybe he was irritated that he didn't do something else with the ball. But
okay, well...
That's demanding. You
I
win
have
the
that
point,
too.
You still... Yeah. I don't even know what that's like.
I have moments sometimes where I'm like 25 shots deep and I'll be like, why didn't I hit that other shot
And
earlier?
the people that just missed the shot love seeing that.
Sure.
Stupid. That was stupid.
I got 3 levels of stupidity in my game. And they're the classic ones from psychology, you know, moron, imbecile, and idiot. You know. So I'll just go.
They're all technical terms.
I like the blitz there from Pete, so you can get away with it there. And again, I'm just going to say it. I don't think look at that. Jeez. Had to kind of duck first. That's always fun. Get out of there. Got to be Christopher Lloyd from the Star Trek movies there. Get out of there.
Is that, which one is, which one's he? Is that Scotty?
No. That would...
Give it all she's got, Captain.
He played a Klingon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I never watched the original.
The Search for Spock, I think it was. I want to say.
Yeah.
What a... Come on, Pete. Look at this guy.
Oh, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Sure.
Vintage McGruber. Vintage Pete Burka.
McGruber.
See, and again, we're just going to have some problems next time I have to do a group, a league group. Well, I saw Pete Burka do that. He stayed in there. Okay, another tweener.
Yeah, go tweener,
okay, it's
sure.
tweener, the tweener score.
Why
Ryan
not?
Baxter 2, everybody else nothing. I swear he's doing that on purpose. I love that disguise there from Jonas. That's awesome. Oh, he doesn't miss that. This is not my office.
Totally in control.
Whoa. You just wanted to take a little cut on that one there.
Just a little deep.
All right. 30-15. Tell you what, maybe just a little impatience setting in. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, I think so.
Jeez.
I think you got to hit that harder.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to hit it harder than you did.
I think you got.
Oh, yeah?
I think if you don't hit that harder, you're a coward.
I don't know.
It looked like it. Well, no. Maybe
Right.
it was out.
I'm pretty sure that Jonas knew that it was out and felt like it was out and was just like, there's no reason to continue playing this point.
He just wanted his serve. Take him to the course.
Give me the serve.
That's a great shot. Good lob. I love the idea.
Oh,
love
it
it.
pays off. With
I
the
love it.
Blitzcanova.
Swimming in raw sewage. I love it. No, it's a great move by Jonas right there. Tell you what, there's some
Peter
serious
has
disguise.
hit like 7 or 8 chicken wing volleys.
I mean, one of his best shots is his retreating fadeaway volley.
Yeah.
His retreating fadeaway chicken wing.
Yeah.
Pretty much. He's like a man of war. Got these tentacles out there.
But always keeping his head above the water.
You know, I shouldn't say that. He's not like a man of war. He's more like...
Yep.
He is kind of. No. He's like a man of war. Man of war is much more formidable. Squid, nah. Giant squid, maybe. You know.
Colossal squid.
Yeah. Man of war, that'd be fun to be a man of war, actually. I'd be...
Living the dream.
Well, think about the plankton, you know? Think about how much plankton you get to consume every day.
That's the dream.
Am I turning into Harry Carey here? I'm just starting to tell stories about absolutely nothing. What a return.
Wasn't a man of war a style of wooden battleship?
I think so.
Is that...
Okay, that point was not over. My bad.
No.
Nice
if he just
try,
smacks
Cal.
that, okay, that's not advisable. He's got it. But
take that out.
I mean, not advisable unless you're talented like Jonas
it
is.
down. Oh, that was what he wanted.
You kind of saw that coming, didn't you?
He was like, that was questionable decision making.
Tears in his eyes, I guess. About 250. He's sitting about a 9-iron. Yes. I mean, dig. Oh,
nice try.
Almost. Get out the shovel.
Well, that's tough. Especially because all we've seen today is that you got to go tweener, I guess, in order to make those shots.
Yeah, Rich getting richer, too. He just won the point, too. He got the tweener and he won the point. What kind of...
Reaganomics. The Reaganomics
nice
paddle.
Okay, let's get political now. That's a good idea, Cal. That's all we need.
It's a trickle-down
Yeah,
effect.
the trickle-down Reaganomics
Trickle-down
of
effect
paddle.
of errors.
Like Graham McNerney would write and publish that book. The Reaganomics of paddle.
You know, Cal, from this side, you look like Janet Yellen a little bit. You know, the
Boris Yeltsin.
From this side, you look like Nancy
secretary.
Reagan.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was saying. I thought he was going to say Jackie Kennedy.
I was trying to be topical with the Treasury Secretary.
Oh. I wasn't alive back then.
So many balls buried in the nick at
She's
the
the
moment.
Treasury Secretary now.
Oh, I wasn't alive back then. Treasury Secretary started 4 years ago.
Stereo humor. All right, those of you playing at home, yes, you're watching Pete Burke kind of feign a blitz every so often. Yes, he's always moving. And yes, there is a reason for that.
He's got to get his steps in on his Fitbit.
Or it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Dude, if he's got to get steps in, I'm going to have to run him some type of like 3 marathons or something.
You can't hold the most active paddle player badge on your Garmin if you don't get your steps in. Also, everyone's fighting for second place after Andrew Ong, so
that's true.
It's just the way it goes.
Okay, just kidding. It never stops moving.
It's like an unstable
nice
uranium atom.
That's a great shot from Jonas right there.
Okay, and that was somehow game. All right, we're killing it here in the score department, but at least we have the games going. It is 2-3.
All
3-2.
right.
3-2 because I think Miles is serving.
For sure. That's only the 4th time I've said for sure.
For sure.
Maybe 5 now.
Pull the trigger.
5 now.
Take control.
Okay. I was also, I don't know if should I mention it on the, so to speak, on the air, through the air.
You can mention anything you want on the air.
It's nice of you, Coach.
On the telecast,
but
not on the air.
That I guess the semis are ready to go following this match or anything.
Yeah, the semis are going to, thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You just keep putting stuff in my way, making my job impossible. It's great.
It's a test. So
Did I
far,
tell you what a great job you're doing?
every time.
Yeah.
Something had
I've always been impressed
kick
with
on it.
Nancy Reagan.
Well, kind of the opposite. I
Can't upstage Alec Baldwin. He's the greatest actor alive.
It's hard. Yeah, so we do have, we're rolling into the semis after this.
Nancy Reagan?
While Sean has you here, we should all start driving hybrid cars.
Wow.
Semifinals after this.
Yeah.
I assume we'll probably just throw on whichever match is ready because these guys will need some time.
Yep.
Whoever wins this will move on to the semi.
No, punish them for playing 3 matches. Just throw them right back out there.
Yeah, how dare you play 3 sets?
Yeah, how dare you try to win?
Start.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very inconsiderate, I think.
I agree.
Shot.
And then we'll roll right into the final around 6:30, I think.
Yeah. The grand finale. Get fireworks.
Not me.
Get
I'll
fireworks
be in the cafeteria selling smokes.
Selling smokes, eh? I love that move from
great
Pete.
move.
I love it. The lob volley and then blitz halfway. I love it. Looking to pick it off. All right, 15 all. After all that.
He's faking it. He's faking the commitment.
Oh,
and
that
then
worked.
the let cord return.
There's
clip.
a hole in the net. No, that was a let. And a winner.
Play it
net
again.
cord winner. All right, 15:30 here. Just a bit long. Wait a minute, was that break? And that was break point right there. All right, Cal.
Okay, well, Graham, if you were watching,
Okay,
I was doing
quick.
really good earlier.
That was quick. Don't worry about it.
It's all right.
At least we have the game score right. We're in the right spot.
Good hands.
That was
I
tough.
like that move from Ryan because the rhythm
And
of some of
poetry.
the volleys.
There was poetry too.
Yeah, there was. It was a beautiful thing. I still got tears in my eyes. It was about food too. It was awesome. Something about hummus.
I actually think that's the phosgene gas that's leaking from the stove.
Geez, just when I started to like you.
That was out. He's right.
Much. It didn't miss by much, though, I swear. That was just over the baseline there.
And to grandmother's house we go.
It was just right
off.
in his strike zone.
I don't know about you guys, but I hope this goes to a tiebreaker.
Yep.
So does everybody else at home.
No, I mean, I do feel like if you make it to 3 sets, tiebreaker is a fitting way to end it. We can just get there quickly, but then tiebreaker.
That's the one I'm talking about. That's that snap, kind of off-speed drive, and then every so often he gets a swing at it. Oh, pound. That's a smart overhead. There we go. There's Skywalker right there. That's nice too.
Oh,
What a
great
shot.
move.
I was feeling pretty good about Jonas's lob there. Ryan wasn't impressed with that thing.
Who wasn't?
That's working. Come on. Nice touch. You can tell Baxter and Miles have played together for a while. Nice. Watch him say, this is the first time we ever played together. Be totally wrong. That's in there. Ooh. He didn't miss that by much either. Get a little confidence. Kind of like it. So I'm wondering, Cal, now that they set up the pickleball nets out there in the distance, I'm just wondering if they're going to start playing. Because they do have lights out there.
Oh, I hope they do.
And we're going to talk
The
about
sound
the
would-
noise.
yeah.
I wonder if that's going to...
You think that's going to annoy people more than the shooting at Glenview?
Yeah, actually.
I don't... That's a great question, George.
If it was constant, like if you had a tournament going on. For those of you who've been privileged enough to not go to a pickleball tournament, it is loud.
It's in there. Well, you know, I think would be a funny twist would be the pickleballers are annoyed by the platform tennis. You guys really make a lot of noise up there.
Oliver Twist.
It is weird how one of the things Pickleball, the sound does kind of bother me.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, Peter, just do that
Clean
every time.
living.
As Mike Raleigh would say.
All right. And it brings us back to 30-all. Doesn't get any closer. I love that play from Sam Miles.
Oh, my.
Nice hands all around.
And who won that point? I was looking down to get the replay.
That's Miles and Baxter did.
All right.
And what I was going to say is, I mean, it started off anyway, because usually Sam will just absolutely tattoo one, and they just kind of took something off of it. What a shot.
Got him right back for the net, same spot.
Yeah.
How dare you?
All right.
How dare everyone use those things to their advantage?
So what do they call it? A break
third
fest?
set
Yes.
in the quarterfinals.
Fancy breakfast.
Cabin Fever Classic. Winnetka, Illinois. Planet
Fever in the
Earth.
morning.
The CFC.
Sounds like a federal agency. Nancy Reagan.
Nancy Reagan founded the CFC.
You'd just be on the board after Ronald.
It was part of the war on America.
Just say no to cabin fever.
It's part of the war on fun.
4-3. Oh, it's a great return from Jonas Blix. By the way, if you just joined us, we are at the Winnetka Paddle Club in lovely and historically significant Winnetka, Illinois. I'm Sean Albrecht, along with Matt McClure and Cal Noble. You are watching the Cabin Fever Open, and this is the quarterfinal match between, on that far side, striking the overhead right there in the red, that's Ryan Baxter. And his partner is Sam Miles.
And Sean, I don't want to alarm you.
What's that?
But we are just minutes away from the Home Alone house.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it's in Winnetka.
Alarming is
Just
alarming
away.
is too weak a word right now.
Just a stone's throw.
Speaking of throwing stones, look at what has Jonas missed a cutter? No.
I don't
The answer
think
is
so.
I don't think he has. Guys, he's quick anyway, but I mean, if you could anticipate it. And when I say Jonas, I mean Jonas is on this side without the hat on the near side, right there hitting that back end quasi lob, and then
Oh, good read.
right there in the blue
And
hat
he'll dig that out too.
and the white shorts on the near side, that's Peter Burka. The inimitable Peter Burka. Nice.
I think it's weird to go visit real life locations from films and television.
Yeah.
I do too. I think it's totally unacceptable.
I went to the Home Alone house, I think.
Well,
You
this
gotta,
time,
you gotta have more going on.
this
in your
time
life.
he hit a perfect cutter. I mean, even if you anticipate that, there's really not much chance you get that back. So Ryan Baxter pulled out the samurai sword there. That was amazing. And we are in the third set. Look at the hands.
Yeah.
It's in there. Yes.
What a great shot for Peter to come up with.
You know
there.
what? You
The
can't say that
patience.
Sam didn't go down there and get it. Guy looked like Bjorn Borg getting down over that backhand. Who? I know. Who's Bjorn Borg, John?
Wait, he's got the fashion brand, right? Or is that Bjorn?
You know, it's funny, he does.
Yeah, okay.
Nope, you're not wrong. Not wrong. All right, 30 all.
Peter's doing
And
a
again,
little shoe tie here.
We are in the third set, by the way. Baxter and Miles won the first set, and Burka and Merrick's came back in the second. And we are at 4-3-30 all in the third. Shots like that have been the norm.
McDonald.
Don't mention that. I'm telling you, we could still get the McRib for like another 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks.
I still haven't had one.
Same.
It's okay, guys. I've had enough for both of you. Is that another McRib?
Let's go get a McRib after this. What do you say?
If the next 2 matches go 3 sets, I'll get a McRib.
Okay.
Oh, that stayed in. Look at Pete flying back there. A proverbial, if you will, gazelle. Nice shot.
All jokes aside about disliking
nice
paddle, what an incredible match this has been.
Did you have to? Did you have to remind everybody?
Well, we're just joking.
That you were disparaging? Come on, don't say it. Nobody will know.
I thought those comments were about musical theater.
Well, we knew that was the case.
Well, this cannot be a musical theater production. There are people here watching.
That is just mean-spirited.
Yeah, plus the Music Man is great.
Correct.
I really love, what's the one about the milkman?
You're making this up now, Kevin.
Oklahoma.
Overweight.
Fiddler on
Oklahoma. The milkman in Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Music Man was probably a little more apropos.
Such a theater guy thing to say. It's unbelievable.
Paddle that starts with P and it rhymes with C and that stands for Cal. Get in there.
Nice dig by Peter.
Look at, no way.
And somehow he does not get jammed up.
I'm telling you, he's a
in
man
that
of war.
position.
He's Doc
because he's just skinny enough where he can just always maneuver.
I've decided he's Doc Ock. What do you think?
Yeah, what was that actor's name?
Peter Burka.
Oh. Loved him in the second Spider-Man.
He was good.
Finding the nick again.
I've been pretty accurate with that.
Like Bobby Fischer.
Pretty much all afternoon as Ryan Baxter. All right. Well, it can't be 40-30, Cal.
Yeah, that's what they're sorting out there. I think they're on the wrong side.
Well, if it is 40-30, I don't know. It's good to know that they themselves
can we
keep it going.
bump that up, try to listen?
If you want. I mean, and then I got to go, okay, here we go. I'm going to get him. You want to really get it? Here. Oh, it's over now.
Let's 40. He said 40-30.
Let's see what they call it.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see if they get it right or wrong.
Oh.
All right, let's call it deuce, no ad.
Here it is. Where are they going to? Oh, they're going to go into.
That we definitely have the score right then in that case because they're.
Yeah, for the record, Cal, we got to give you the credit there.
Okay, everybody.
Emergency two-hander for Pete Burka there. I love that one. Start out with one and then just kind of support it with that second hand. Am I getting too technical?
A little bit.
All right, well, I'll back off. I love the idea from Jonas. Kind of spared Ryan with that volley. Not that Ryan wouldn't be able to get it back. It's
Yeah, well. Good retreating lob.
Run away. Oh, yeah.
Yep,
you know what?
it.
Got to say it's about time, right?
Let's call it 4-all. What do you say?
They get, and they get the nick when they need it. It's like J.G. Wentworth, man. They use it when they need it. All right, so deadlocked third set. Winnetka Paddle Club Cabin Fever Open quarterfinals.
The canvas
Merrick's
can do
Burka.
miracles.
There is sailing around here, Cal. There is a little harbor, Yeah,
there's a giant lake.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, what's that lake called again?
The lagoon.
Lake Illinois.
That one's one of my favorites.
Well, I was thinking of a lagoon here. Did they play that point over? Looks
No.
like they did. Well, wait a minute. No, are you sure? Because it looked like Jonas. All right, never mind.
No, because Baxter was serving the last game.
Okay.
Nice job, Cal.
No. What I'm saying is, Jonas started to serve, and then he started again on the due side. I'm telling you, they started it twice. If you want to run it back, just so you can find out how wrong you were, Cal, go ahead.
I mean, that's very possible.
You're not wrong, because it would be 15-all, but I don't know if they counted the point or not.
No, they didn't. It's not.
They must have
now.
replayed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's 30 love.
That's my assumption, yes.
30 low. Okay, now, Coach, I'm assuming the answer to the question is yes. Pete keeps making those flex volleys, and Sam's just, absolutely mauling the ball. After a while, it's got to get to, Like, in other words, I don't know how hard I have to hit the ball where Maya, what a shot.
Jeez.
What a get from Baxter. I was feeling pretty good about Pete's approach shot there. I love it. You're getting a little everything.
Oh, going for it.
And they're able to sneak
opportunity.
it in. 5-4. Seizing the advantage here.
Carpe diem. That'd make a great poster for a kitchen.
What are you trying to say? We need to do that at my house?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyone's house. I just think it's a great idea.
That's never going to fly at my house. You know that. Guy right there was asking what the score was. He could just tune into our broadcast.
Nah.
You're right.
Oh, it
was safer.
That's a 1 in 8 chance.
Have you calculated the odds?
We should.
It's about 1 in 8, whatever that is.
Wow.
It's at 12.5%.
Great shot. Pete's flowing right now. Look at that. Tell you what, Ryan Baxter's forehand, very difficult to read. Whether it's a ground stroke or he's hitting his roller.
It's like an encyclopedia for someone with dyslexia.
I thought Weird Al was going to be here later in the season, but
Yeah, July 23rd, I believe.
he's here at the Cabin Fever.
He could
Open.
drop in at any moment.
He just did.
Sort of like a new Weird Al single.
Yeah, wait a minute now. Am I older than Weird Al's older than me, isn't he? He's got some age.
Yeah,
on him, doesn't he?
probably.
Get him being. Oh yeah.
Oh. Going for the
Rats.
heavy cutter.
To give Ryan credit, he does pull that off, though.
Yep.
So it's not like,
Yep.
it's lay out of the blue or he's just trying something absolutely crazy.
This is where it gets tough towards the end of a match like this because you still want to play your style and have,
Yep.
and have it, kind of be the same thing that's gotten you there. But if you over-accelerate, it can turn into some, a few errors at a really difficult time.
Sure.
It just kind of depends on whether you can walk the line.
Play the score now, being down 4-5. Nice. I'm playing some seriously smart ball here. That
That looked a
barely
little
stayed
wide,
in.
yeah.
Good switch. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he got
nice
it.
get.
It's just super anticipation, even more than speed there from Pete.
Building in a whole bunch of extra time.
Yep. Oh.
Twinkle Toes Burka, that's what we call him. Starting now.
Yeah,
I
it started.
can't even imagine what that
earlier.
was like.
P.
Nothing
Bibbidi.
about my toes have ever sparkled at all. Even after a pedicure, just won't even. It's just not good. I don't apologize to the attendant.
The technician.
Absolutely.
The nail technician.
More like the surgeon. Oh yeah.
The podiatrist.
The worst part. The worst part of that, not that maybe we need to talk about this, that might, what, he kind of bought that. That could have gone wide. Hands from Sam Miles there. Let's go inside out on that backhand side in his sleep. It's amazing. Now we're getting some communication. I like to wait till the last, possibly the last game of the match to start to communicate with my partner. Not that they haven't up to now, because I did turn the shotgun mic up a little bit more. I should say we because, you know.
I like to wait till the last game of the match to start trying. I've never won a match.
When it's a must-win.
Lull them into a false sense of security.
I need the motivation of it being a must-win game, not an optional win
Yeah,
game.
right.
Your partner goes, welcome back. Nice to see you.
Thanks.
And there.
More coffees.
No, thank you.
See, you're going to use that more. And before, all I got was junk about that. Good. Okay, here we go. Oh, the conservative play.
Always laying
Nice.
up.
Always, exactly.
Oh,
Good hands. Who says you can't hit a forehand volley? That's going to drop. That's in there.
that's in.
Merckx, he is flowing right now. It's Merrick's or Merckx? I always go Merrick's.
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 Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Johan Merkix.
Nice.
It's just what his close personal friends call him.
I love the idea.
Oh,
Early read.
Funny thing
And
is,
the volley.
sound like you're teaching them.
That away.
Long, smooth swing. Beauty.
nice.
Watch the ball. Don't suck.
Those are all my coaches.
Terrible advice for a vacuum.
But the you are just like dad joked out
I
today.
can only coach so many different
Yes.
things. Bing. Oh, yeah.
Really?
No.
There it goes.
We didn't want that paddle anyway. I mean, the match wasn't
Is he going to
over,
play with the
but
paddle that's like that now?
I think he thought that was match point.
He's going to play with the broken
Let's
paddle.
play with that one.
You
I
know what?
agree.
You don't get. This is why we bring duct tape out there. You know, and the considerate partner that he is, Sam Miles decided to fault not to give his partner any kind of embarrassing moment there. Well, that was kind of an inauspicious but entertaining end to the.
That guy's broken more paddles than I've ever seen.
Yes, that's two.
Yeah.
I was going to go approach him about Xenon, but no.
Can't afford it.
No. At least it's his Viking paddle that is out there.
So great quarter there
Mangling.
from everybody here in Chicago at
Yes.
the Cabin Fever Classic. We'll be back relatively soon with a turnaround for our
Yes.
semifinal match once we get the stream reset and up and running. And
Cabin Fever. It's almost like we're going to have like the evening or afternoon with Abe Lincoln.
That's right. That's right. By the fireplace. That's all I'm excited about. We'll see you soon for the semis.
You betcha.
At Volley, we build tools to unlock your potential. The new Volley PTI feature breaks down your game like never before. Ever wondered, which partner has impacted my PTI the most? What's our win percentage as the favorite or underdog? Do I perform differently in 2 or 3 set matches? Now, it's all at your fingertips. The PTI tool is free to everyone. Download the Volley app today and level up your game. We'll see you on the court.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute is the best choice for orthopedic care. Our walk-in ortho access clinics provide treatment by orthopedic specialists without a trip to the ER. With evening and weekend hours, we provide your family with excellent care when it matters most. Visit ibji.com to find an ortho access immediate care clinic near you.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing